Which is more painful, living with the regret of unfulfilled dreams and forever wondering, what if? Or enduring the discomfort of a hard task that leads to a great success? If you are fed up with being stuck and average, it's time for the 2.0 version of yourself to emerge. The one committed to goals and unafraid of fear. We have all been there, that feeling of being stuck, almost on the verge of giving up, questioning if there's more to life than the monotony we find ourselves in. But now you are at a turning point. You have hit that moment of realization, a desire for change, a hunger for something more, and that is what sets the stage for a comeback. This sentiment brings to mind a powerful scene from Jujutsu Kaisen, where the protagonist Yuji Itadori, shattered by loss, discovered the strength to rise from the ashes and make a triumphant return. So things become really intense in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 Episode 20. Yuji Itadori completely breaks down after witnessing Nobara's death. The poor guy is just stunned, staring at his friend's lifeless body. Mahito's mind games were working and Yuji seemed to give up, not even trying to fight back. Mahito doesn't give Yuji a break and starts attacking him. He goes all out, turning his arm into a sickle and getting ready to finish Yuji off. Just when things were looking terrible, Yuji's body disappears and it turns out that Todo saved him at the last second. Todo tries to encourage Yuji to snap out of it and join the fight, but Yuji is in pieces, thinking about all the losses and the people Sukuna has killed. It breaks my heart to see this usually confident guy breaking down. He even starts blaming himself, saying he's a murderer and that he can't go on. But Todo steps in, asking Yuji not to blame himself and that continuing to live is a way of honoring their fallen friends. He says it's a punishment for those living as Jujutsu sorcerers. And something clicks in Yuji after he hears this. He realizes that he can't let his friends' sacrifices go in vain. He understood what Nanami meant before he died. So Yuji gets up, shakes off his self-blame and decides to join Todo in the fight against Mahito. And guess what? He lands his first black flash of the season, and man, it was absolutely beautiful. Our lives may not reflect Yuji's terrible difficulties, but the concept of a comeback remains universal. It's a realization that the time for settling is over, and now is the time to rewrite your story and enter the arena of personal development. So let's dive into 3 straightforward steps that will guide you to the greatest comeback of your life. Reinvent yourself. Before you can reinvent yourself, you must break the mold of the older version of yourself. It's not about tossing away who you were, but about breaking free from the constraints that held you back. Think of it like shedding an old skin. Look at your habits and behaviors and then identify the ones that aren't doing you any favors. These could be the things that are holding you back, such as laziness, procrastination, or sticking to a comfortable yet unfulfilling routine. You know those moments when you sit down to do something important and suddenly you find yourself lost in the black hole of social media and endless reels. It's like a quick escape from the fear of failure. And trust me, a year ago I was right in that same boat, procrastinating and putting off important tasks until tomorrow, especially when it came to making YouTube videos. Then it hit me, I was doing it all wrong. I realized that if I wanted to make a real change, I had to reinvent myself. So I decided to kick those behaviors to the trash. It wasn't easy and there were times when the fear of change crept in, but it was worth it in the end. And you know what? It worked. Not only did I see personal growth, but my professional life also took a turn for the better. Reinvention isn't some grand, unattainable idea. It's a gritty day-to-day process. It's about recognizing those habits that are doing nothing but slowing you down. It's about facing discomfort, embracing change, and painting a vivid picture of the person you want to be. So if you find yourself stuck in the loop of procrastination or drowning in comfort, take a step back. Break free from the mold. Let go of those suffocating habits and visualize the person you aspire to become. And what better way to reinvent yourself than to disappear for some time? I'm not talking about pulling a vanishing act, but rather taking a break to focus on your goals and your self-improvement. Now, we are not the ones playing it safe. We are the risk takers and the dream chasers. We have chosen to hustle for our own goals and not just wait for the weekend to drown in drinks and dance. It's about breaking free from the conventional and pushing boundaries. So when your friends call you to join for the party, it's time to use that powerful tool at your words. No. Sure, they might get upset, but here's the thing. You have got a comeback to make. A version 2.0 of yourself to unveil. Their temporary discomfort doesn't matter because you have made a choice to prioritize your own growth over a fleeting dopamine hit. Now, during this disciplining act, don't just sit around twiddling your thumbs. It's time to hustle hard. Pick up a new skill. Maybe it's something you have always wanted to learn but never had the time for. Take that online course, start a side business, or finally write that book that you have always wanted to write. Use this time to make progress towards your not so achievable goals. And yes, there will be challenges. It's not always easy to say no to distractions and resist the temptation of immediate gratification. But remember, every no you say during this time is a yes to your future. It's about hustling hard, diving deep into your dreams, and emerging from this hiatus as a force to be reckoned with. Which brings us to the third point that is absolutely crucial in staging a successful comeback, and that is learning new skills to not just survive but excel financially. You see, making a financial comeback often involves more than just mental toughness. It requires adaptability. One powerful way to ensure a secure financial future is by investing in yourself. And this means learning new skills that are not only in demand but also open doors to various opportunities. Now let's talk about Alex Hormozi, whom I'm sure you have heard of. He believes that with 20 hours of devoted effort, you can become good enough at practically everything. The problem is that most people waste years postponing that crucial first hour.
To become proficient in most skills, it takes 20 hours. To be clear though, the mastery comes from the next 20. But for everyone who's intimidated by it, it takes 20 hours to get proficient. When I wanted to learn to build a landing page, like a website, I put it off for 4 years. I got so frustrated one day, I was like, I'm gonna fucking learn how to do this. And so I sat down on a Sunday, it took me 4 hours to build a page.
And you spent 4 years fucking with it.
Not doing it.
It's a simple yet profound concept. Take that first step, put in the initial effort, and you'll be surprised at how much you can accomplish. When it comes to skills that can make money, we are living in a time where the internet has democratized learning. You can learn valuable skills from the comfort of your own home. Skills like web designing, video editing, AI prompting, and marketing are not just in demand, they are booming. The beauty of all these skills is that you don't need a traditional education to acquire them. Online platforms offer courses, tutorials, and resources that can turn you from a rookie to a pro. So when you continue on a comeback adventure, keep in mind that the ability to adapt and learn valuable skills is not just a critical aspect, it's a game changer. Don't procrastinate that first hour. Dive in, learn, and let those newfound skills pave the way for your glorious comeback. In the end, making a comeback is about regaining control of your story and leading your life towards success. Just like Yuji Itadori faced his fears and embraced change, we too can transform our challenges into opportunities. Remember, making a comeback is not about erasing your past, it's about leveraging it to create a better future. Now go out there, face your challenges head on, and make a remarkable comeback story. I know that you can do this. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.